Somebody said that Brooklyn needed a little balance. I think we found it. The change niggas pitching, we found it all in the fountain. To the top we mountain. At the top we bigger than mountains. Take your shit, we bouncing. Ain't no making no damn announcement. Said I gotta get it. Gotta have it, don't you forget it. Steady representing. It's a habit, I never quit it. Got a lot of carrots and snow bunnies. Never committed, watch me murder.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Brooklyn's Balance. You guys said that you needed that balance, and we are here with it again. It is me, your host, Ms. Meekz, and I am sitting down for a second episode with my guests who are auditioning on what I'm going to call Survivor for a couple of episodes to see who's going to make it to the end. So, again, they're going to reintroduce themselves, and we're going to get into this topic. So, go ahead.
It's your girl Stella from Stella Talks, representing artistry and entrepreneurs of all kind. You already know. Thank you, Brooklyn Balance,
Got
for
you.
having me here.
She be saying it like it's prayers, but I love it. Go ahead.
It's the one and
It
only,
is.
your boy Frank Stoney from Stoney TV, way 95 SB shit. And you know, we represent that Brooklyn Balance. Let's get to it.
So I don't have so much to say. It's just Trini. Hey guys.
Come on, Trini.
All right, and today's counter topic, because in order for us to be balanced, you got to provide the other side. So the episode we did before this was opinions versus feedback. So now the balance to that is going to be double standards, which we did see that there was a lot of double standarding in that other episode. They don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. So
It was.
right now, double standards. So I'm going to give you guys a definition because letting y'all come up with your own thing, y'all ain't going to stick to it. So I'm going to hold to it.
I'm holding my
Double
shit down.
standards. It's a rule or standard unfairly applied in different ways to different people or groups. It's unfairly applied, right? In different ways, not one way, in different ways to different people or in groups. So the first part that we want to talk about is kids. And when I say kids, I want to talk about that elementary school, junior high school, not so much high school time frame. There's one thing that I'm pretty sure we all gonna agree. If I'm wrong, tell me that I'm wrong. But in my household, whether your family is small, whether your family is big, whether your family is just you, we all was taught if somebody hits you, you hit them back.
Off rip.
Guys were probably taught differently. They were taught two things.
Definitely.
They were taught if somebody hits you, hit them back.
You gotta
But
talk about our culture, though.
No, just
'Cause-
people. But it was also taught that boys should not hit girls.
All for it.
Correct?
Definitely.
So guys get two rules, and girls, if somebody hits you,
Hit them back.
you hit them back. Now, for the sake of this conversation, there's one parent at the table. There was supposed to be two, but when we do in the part two to this, he'll be there. But right now, we're talking about how we grew up. So, right now, in this day and age that I'm finding, those rules that parents are saying, and this is where we mess up at, and this is where our parents messed up at, where they gave an opinion of if somebody hits you, hit them back. These kids is out there fighting each other. You got boys hitting girls, girls jumping boys, doing the unnecessariness, and then when the girl, after the girl hits the boy, and then the boy actually comes back and hit them, you got the parents coming up to the school when it's like, hold up, it was taught if somebody hits you, hit them back. Nothing else underneath that was explained. And it was a video. I know I sent to you that it was like, I understood the situation. A boy in school was getting beat up. He got beat up by some girl. She kept luring him, put him in a group chat, did a whole bunch of stuff.
She was bullying him.
Yeah, the
She
boy
was bullying him.
basically ended up getting jumped by the girl and her two friends. And
Did
all
he
he
have a
did
father?
when he got up, his first instinct was to swing. He swung and fractured the girl's nose. He got put out of school.
Mhm.
Now that's a big
Expelled.
double standard. And they got him on the news as the bad guy, but nobody looked at the story of, but this girl hit him first.
She was antagonizing him.
Does he have a father in his life?
Yeah.
I feel like his father failed him.
But what does that have to do
What does that
with
have
the
to do with
kids,
the girl?
the girls bullying him?
Girls bullying him, that's cool, that's fine. But at the end of the day, bro, like as a man, you supposed to know, like
He's
the
a
most
young
you could
man.
do is run.
But four
Alright.
girls beating up on
Four
you?
girls being on him is crazy, but he could have walked. What did he do?
First
with
of all,
that?
He did walk away.
If he was
walked
getting
away
jumped-
3 times.
And they ran on him? They
Yes.
jumped? All right, then that's
He
different.
walked
Alright,
away
cool.
3
All
times.
right, cool. But I'm about to say, like, if you
He
But
got
was
even
taught
so,
properly.
let's just say, even so, if 4 girls is jumping him, and let's just say he on the ground, face on the floor, whatever, he don't know all of them is girls. So I'm getting up and I got hit. I'm hitting back. off the strength of
I personally never got jumped by no female.
it's just
so
a
I don't know.
reflex. Sometimes it ain't even you think, but
Yeah.
sometimes it ain't even you thinking, oh, don't wait, they could be all girls, don't hit. Nah, I just got beat
Yeah.
on. I'm hurt.
Your
I'm
first
waking up
instinct
to
is
reflex.
you know,
I don't know.
defend yourself.
Your adrenaline is pumping. You don't know what's going on. Survival mode. Like,
First
I ain't
things
trying to
first.
die.
You gonna tell if you getting jumped by some women. I ain't gonna say that.
They
I
was
ain't
pulling
gonna
on
say-
his hair. You accurate with that. I'm not.
Like,
not
you
wrong.
gonna
He
know
said
if
they
you
was
getting
pulling
jumped
his
by
hair. He
some
couldn't
women.
see.
You
He
feel what
couldn't
I'm
get
saying?
back
Like,
up.
how
Guys
is he-
fight like that. They got some guys
Junior
that
high
fight
school.
like that.
What
Yeah,
nigga
he's
you?
in
Wait,
junior
hold
high
hold the
school.
fuck on. What nigga you know grabbing hair?
He is in junior high school. He's a kid. You
That's
know,
what I'm saying. At junior
speaking
junior
of
high school,
double
you know not to hit no
standard,
female though.
Speaking of double standard,
Oh,
he's
shit,
a
here we go.
man.
Yeah,
His
your man.
father failed him.
You want to know my father?
Are you serious
You want to know my
right
father?
now?
You want to know what my father do to
This
me if
young
I hit a woman?
man, your father, your opinion, your
My
perspective.
father's my
Hey.
uncle. No, my father's my uncle. Any man in my life
For you,
instantly told me
Stoney,
that. That's
not for
true.
this young
That's what I'm saying.
man.
But hey, look, that's what I'm saying. His father failed him. Your pops
So
still in
if
your
10
life?
girls is beating on you, oh, my dad taught me don't hit y'all.
I ain't gonna
it's
lie.
okay. What are
them
you talking about?
Them 10 bitches is getting lined.
She said-
One
So
So
by
then you
one.
cannot say that's
Aight.
They getting lined.
Y'all
I'm getting
all
my
right.
get back.
Stoney, take it from out of you. We talk about these
Fuck.
kids today.
yeah.
We talk about these
This
kids
generation.
today.
Yeah.
They wasn't raised how we was raised. These kids today.
Yeah,
the
'cause
first
I
thing
ain't gonna
that
say what I wanna say.
that's the parents is saying, if somebody hits you,
Hit them back.
hit them back. And his mother was the one who went on live. And the mother specifically said that. I said, if anybody hits my kid, you hit them back.
Now where your
You
parents at?
understand?
Because now I want to fight the girl parents.
Exactly. You
But
understand?
that would be but see the double standard too, because now if that was a young female, could never be three dudes. Could never.
Absolutely
Could
not.
never.
They're
And it would have
dying.
never made the news.
They're
You know
dying.
why? Because it would have been stopped from the first altercation.
Right. Because
Three
a lot
niggas
of the
jumping
footage,
women
the
and
school
Double
scorning.
standard.
the school released footage of it, and they released the part that he swung on the girl, but none of the backstory was even told.
And she ended up seeing it, right? She ended
Yeah.
up seeing it.
The mother ended up seeing it, but the mother also said she went in and balked on him for doing it, and without getting
Because
the
that's
story.
all she's right.
And
What-
then when she got the
I got a
story, she said,
question.
"Damn, I messed up."
I got a question.
Yes.
What did the father say?
The mother was the one who went crazy.
I'm
on
not
the live.
asking about
We're
the
not
mother.
worried about the father.
Nah. We gotta.
You
we gotta
trying to
talk
make it
about
no.
Ain't around.
You trying to
God
make
damn
it-
She said the pops was around. He failed him.
No. For that, he was. But the point, the whole double standard point is, we was taught an opinion from our parents is that if somebody hits you, hit them back. My mother, and I'm going to speak on me,
Mhm.
my mother said that to me all the time. So if a boy comes up to me and goes like this, he hit me, I'm hitting him, because that's what I was taught. Because if not, the next thing that your parents are going to say is, if you got beat up, now I'm going to beat you up. How you let somebody beat you up? Some people went through situations like that. I'm telling you the double standard. You didn't even teach me to fight, but you telling me if somebody hit me, I got to hit them back. And then now if I
And
don't
you
hit
know
them
what?
back
It wasn't
good
e-
enough,
Right.
now I'm getting hit again.
That's what happened to me, and it wasn't even my parents. It was I had siblings, I had cousins that raised me. So if I came home beat up, they looking at me like,
You's a disgrace to the family.
Oh, for
you
it.
felt
Like,
like
what
you
you
could come
doing?
to the house like this,
Yeah.
and you got beat
Wait,
up.
hold on. So you lost?
Where they at?
Wait.
No, I'm just saying,
all right.
calm.
I
She
just
lost.
said that.
She
About to
lost.
say you lost? Like,
I only lost
To
one
the
fight.
family.
Oh,
I
To
only
the
lost
family.
one
She
fight.
lost to the family.
So you
I
lost
lost
one
one
fight.
fight.
To the
You
One
went-
family.
So wait, you lost one fight. You went home and they told you go fight again. So was it really like 2 L's? in one
Yeah,
day?
we hit. First of all, no, seriously.
Oh,
My
this-
cousin called
Cool.
and was like, "We're going to the school the next day." My
so,
mom
so
took
you
me to
went
the
second
school.
fight.
Just listen.
Right.
The girl wasn't there. She didn't come. She did a safety transfer.
So you didn't.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So you didn't win.
I mean, that says a
I lost
story.
the fight. I lost
Alright,
one
alright,
fight.
yeah,
I
you
ain't gonna
wanna
lie.
know.
We're
Yeah,
not
you
here to
wanna
talk
know.
about it.
Yeah, I know.
Because if everybody's squared up right now, we can
Right.
put up
How
all
old
the
is you
wins and
again?
losses of it, what everybody
How old
got.
is
It ain't
you
never gonna
again?
happen
We're not
again.
paying him no
I'm
mind.
28 years old, man.
You
So-
28?
Mhm.
Oh shit.
So the point of this is that right now in this day and age, I find that the
thought you
roles
was
have
younger.
reversed
I
when
know.
it comes to girls. Like a lot of the girls are doing things and they're more manly than the men are.
Off rip, y'all women be wilding.
But kids, we talking about kids.
Oh, all right.
So now, just to play the next double standard, the girls, only we can relate to this. I hope you can't relate to this, but only we can relate to this.
You hope I don't.
When you was younger and, you know, you would go to the park and this boy would push you down the slide, pull on your pigtail or whatever the case may be, what would your parents say that was?
Oh my God.
Wait,
Well, I ain't
wait,
never told
wait.
my parents. I wouldn't know.
Hold on.
They would say that
Hilarious.
boy likes you. Remember,
Wait.
they will always be like, "Oh,
Wait.
that little boy like you."
Okay,
So
yeah.
why can they
I
do
feel
that?
like-
I
You
feel
get what
like-
I'm
no,
saying?
Yes, I can. I feel like that's your opinion because women used to fuck with niggas when they was younger, and niggas didn't know what that meant because it was a lot of women who used to try to clown me, but I clowned them
What?
back.
Okay,
it's
so
like-
you giving us your personal
Yeah.
history.
Facts. Like,
again.
nah, that
All
don't
right.
only work for women though, because it was certain females who used to bother you or try to get your attention because they liked you.
Right.
So it's definitely
No,
50-50,
you're
you
right.
know
Like,
what
they
I'm
did
saying?
that
it's
in
not
some
just
cartoons.
Cause
women.
I do that. I do that now.
But
You feel me? Like, come on now. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't say
traditionally,
that, nah.
how it is that the little boy likes you.
Or the girl.
Loving
Yeah.
basketball, the beginning of loving
Right,
basketball.
right.
That's how that's shown. That's what that tradition is shown.
Yeah.
I can't talk about us transforming and what we doing now. Like
Right.
I
I was
can't
doing
talk about
I was
that
doing
now.
that back then and now too. So I agree.
So,
Right,
so you was a
right.
part of the
There we
role
go.
reversal.
I was.
When
Definitely
it was
was.
like, why wasn't you staying where you needed to stay?
Listen,
I was.
It's a game. This
So
whole
now
thing-
what I did realize when it comes to the kids, when it comes to the double standards, who gets the most consequences?
The
Males.
female.
Absolutely.
Males.
Which one? You said one, you said one, and you
Males.
said
You said who gets the
absolutely.
most consequences?
Who? Like I didn't understand that.
Males.
I'm saying
The female.
absolutely to
Niggas.
Trini.
Okay.
The female.
Niggas.
Definitely the females.
I
You know what?
kinda
Matter of
agree.
fact, never
You
mind.
agree to niggas?
But when it comes to corporate America, I'll say
Nah,
black
This
men.
girl.
I'll just say that.
We're not gonna
Nah.
talk about that.
I'm
We
definitely
got to
backing
start at school
niggas.
where she went to start from, where she
Niggas.
said the teachers failed us. I finally gave her a moment with the teachers was failing us, and she want to talk about something.
Okay,
else.
but hold on. So what
No,
you mean by
I'ma tell you
Niggas.
why.
All right, no. So males, I got it wrong.
Males.
Okay, it is
Who
males.
faces more as kids?
Yeah, males.
Males.
Like
Who
if a male
faces
hits
more
you,
consequences?
they're getting it more. Like
Males.
their consequence would be more.
You want to
I'm
know what
thinking of
happened to me the
something
first
else.
time I hit a female? And I ain't know no better. Came home to my uncle and my pops there. I'll never forget that ass whooping.
Oof.
Males. You're not supposed like certain shit that we go through and we do wrong, we're gonna
Yeah.
get scolded by both sides.
When
you
it
know
comes
what
to
I'm saying?
hitting,
So,
yeah,
males,
males.
like, we're
When
not
it comes
supposed to
to
do
like the
certain shit.
liking stuff and the being real fresh and stuff like that, then females.
Correct.
Go for it.
So
You're right. I agree with that. So
and
now
you
let's
learn how to
move
be a
on.
man at a young age.
You do. That's why y'all face more
Males.
Ooh,
consequences.
I think that
Yeah.
they're there.
But
I think
that's
it
why
leans
I
more
said I
towards
agree.
men.
You was about to switch your side,
Nah, I
and I was
wasn't.
riding with
Nah,
you.
he
You
wasn't.
said, I
He
said, you
wasn't.
got it.
Nah, he
I ain't
wasn't.
paying
I
them no
wasn't.
mind.
I
He was
wasn't.
over here like,
You
no, I
had
said
it. He said,
males.
well,
I
wait a minute.
wasn't.
Yeah.
I agree with
Let me
females,
think about
but
it.
it's technically still males though.
So
let's be
now
real.
let's
It
move on.
is, yeah.
Boys and girls.
Mhm.
When I say boys and girls, we're going at teenage year. Teenage, I'm talking 15, and let's go into 20, because I consider that to be teenage, right? 15 to 20.
Mhm.
In the household, there's always a double standard. Boys and girls are raised differently, correct?
Correct.
Off rip.
So now, some of us were raised in households where there is a boy, some of us where it was just girls, but I just want to talk about the boy and the girl being in the house. It don't have to be, don't make it your opinion or what you went through, but I could tell based off of things that I've seen and honestly a pack of knowledge from my friends is that boys could stay in the house and they could date and bring girls in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Girls get kicked out by the time they 16, 17, 18 years old. You're considered grown. You got to go out here and go make all this money or, figure this out by yourself.
Especially if you come home pregnant.
You
18,
understand?
19.
I think it depends. And my mother,
That's
when
not,
we was
I don't
younger.
find that to be bad, but in a Caribbean
No, for sure.
household,
But
it
I'm
might
just
be
trying to
different.
show you, my
Yeah.
mother at 18, we were still in the crib with Mama Lottie.
Correct.
You get me? And she always used to say, like 2 years or 3 years prior, since we was 16, if you bring any baby home, get your own place.
Correct.
And that was
So my point is still right.
cap.
So
No,
I mean,
I was not right. Cap.
well, in
Because
my
she's still playing grandmama to this day.
So she may have done that, but in real life situations where there's a lot of women who go through that, there's a percentage of about
It is.
95%.
And I know one.
I
So
say,
It is.
I
talk
say
about the
50
five.
because the other 50% is still out here partying while grandmama up there taking care of the baby, mother or father. Just
Well,
saying, I got a lot of
Guys
friends.
could still be in the house at 30 years old and have a baby shower. So at the end of the day, that girl is still out the house before that boy. So
Cat.
yes, girls are
Cat.
expected to, if you're
Okay,
gonna
I see
go
your
out
point.
and be
Cat.
grown, they get kicked out before. I don't care what grandmama did, because my mother
Cat.
threatened me and my sister our whole lives to go. Don't bring
And
no
then
kids
it's
in
always
here.
men
If you
too,
do,
though.
da-da-da-da. And she
Cat.
meant it. Because either way, I still moved out. And I still
Cat.
ain't got no kids because I still don't want her. I wouldn't let her watch my kids.
And
Cat.
not only that,
Cat.
mamas and they boys, it's just
They
They gonna forever
different.
hold on to
Yeah.
that.
yeah, like
all
it's
the
just different.
time.
Like
Cat.
moms and they boys, like it's just like
Nah.
my son, oh, he not ready to leave yet. My son, like,
yeah,
you know,
let
they
me
like
coddle
it's
him. The
mama's
girl,
boy.
Remember, girls are taught more. Washing
Yeah.
this, you already know how to basically survive. Go ahead, go
You know
out
what
there.
I learned? I learned when I became a
Mm.
certain age, I in my mind I was a woman. So it's like
Mhm.
2 women in the household is not
That's
gonna
what
work.
it is. That's
You
exactly
got
what it
opinions,
is.
and then you got the feedback. And then
I
the 2
know.
women, it was nothing but opinions.
I
and
know
we
a
had to
chick
go.
with 3 kids that still live at home with her moms, and her moms be jumping on live
Come
while
on
trying
now,
to defend
Stoney.
her.
Talk your
So
shit.
I'm not jacking anything.
I'm
y'all
not
saying.
jacking it
Certain
either.
women
Y'all talking
could
about the
definitely
90s.
stay in the crib with
We in-
3 different baby daddies,
Yeah.
and all of that still living with their moms and their
Yep.
pops.
That's
I'm not
fine.
Still
So,
jacking.
partying.
according
Still
to
makeup.
Still
intact,
partying, still doing
still-
their things,
yep.
still
opinions.
fucking around and
Well,
doing
the
all
day
that.
that we get to the fact part,
cat.
there's people that actually
Cat.
go through that, and I'm not here to put personal stuff out
I ain't
there.
gonna put
But
nobody
again,
personal shit
now
out
that I
there.
put my psychology degree into play, the DSM-4 is called the Oedipus constant,
Mm.
where women identify more, girls identify more with their fathers, and then the boys identify more with their mothers because of that cross relationship. So most of the family dynamics that do go around is a lot of single households, because we keep hearing a lot of that, because people are not out here, looking for families. They making the wrong decisions. They not dating properly. They not, doing it for love or whatever the heck they want to claim they doing. I cannot talk about Keisha or anybody named Keisha who mama talked all that nonsense, but they just keeping them in the house because they want all that governmental assistance. Because again, there's still people out there that definitely do things like that. I have a lot of friends where the girls
I definitely
were
agree.
kicked out. I can say that in certain family dynamics that I grew up around, that is the thing. There's a lot of mothers out here that don't like their daughters. It's real. So we
that's
can't
facts.
talk
It is
about,
real. It is
and they
real.
kick you out of the
real.
house. So I can't
It is
talk.
very
real.
I'll
It
never
goes
be.
the other way
Sometimes they
around
don't
too,
even
though.
kick you out of the house because of guilt. Because of the guilt that they have inside of them. They keep you there knowing they can't stand the sight of you.
Correct.
And
And I
it's-
can't, talk about that strongly. When I talk about it, I talk about it objectively. Why? Because my situation could be different from your situation. Your situation could be different. So
Different.
when it comes to me being passionate, I'm passionate on knowing that, hey, this does exist. So it
For
is happening
sure.
out there. That's why we're having this conversation. But I do find that there's a lot of men that could stay in the house with their mothers and go through 2-3 kids, as opposed to the girl has to probably go out into the shelter system, whether we agree or we don't agree. But there's a lot more women shelters and women and kid shelters than I do find for there to be men. So now as we move on to the next point so that we can make sure we get through this conversation, men and women, the double standard that we find with men and women. So a big thing that me and my uncle had a discussion about is a saying that I don't think people realize, that they say women should be seen and not heard.
Heard that all my life.
And it's kind of just
I feel like that's bullshit coming from a man. Like, certain women do be having valid points and they be making sense. But to the ignorant woman, you know what? I ain't gonna call them women. To the ignorant, unstable creatures, your opinions don't matter because y'all be brainwashed. But to the women that actually know what they talking
We're
about,
all brainwashed.
just a little
we're
bit.
all
Talk about it,
brainwashed.
Trini.
But it's a lot of women who you know what? We live in a generation where these women idolize a lot of these other women that are stupid and don't have no knowledge. Like Asian
You
doll.
1000%
She don't make no
right.
sense at all. And there's a lot of women following Asian doll words.
You're
And
right.
she's
Just like there's a lot
come
of
on now.
rappers following other rappers with chains and stuff, and then
Yeah, I mean that's.
I
that
mean, we
too,
all
but
feel
come
like
on
we
now.
have to identify to something to go and follow it, so we all brainwashed.
I
But
don't
the
even feel
double
like-
standard is women should be seen but not heard. And the
Cap.
reason why I bring that up is there was a real quick thing going around before we end this out. There was a picture of Remy Ma, my twin, and we not doing no Remy slander anywhere.
Not
Remy
at all.
Ma
Facts.
being dressed as what men would call derogatory, but she's married to Papoose, but Papoose was standing in the picture with her. So how do y'all say, oh, if that's my girl, she can't go outside dressed like this, but clearly as women
That's
should be
fucking
seen and
double
not heard?
standard for
Because women are
sure.
supposed to be seen as trophies.
Excuse me. Was I supposed to? Can
Which
we
is-
curse on here?
Yeah.
I feel like
Fucking
this.
double standard for
And that's
sure.
a big double
All you want to
standard.
like up the pictures, them. All you want to talk to the people, them when y'all ready to
Ooh,
get
so
a quick
social media is
fuck.
what? An opinion. Look how it always comes back.
Nah,
You see what I'm saying?
nah,
It
my
feeds
social
back-
media.
Well,
My
not
social
sure,
media
but
is
social
not
media
a
is built
It
off
is.
an
That's why I say
opinion.
50-50 like my girl Trini
Yeah.
said. But I feel you on that.
I personally
I
don't
feel
give a-
you on
I
that
don't care
double
what my
fucking
girl-
standard
nah.
because you like me because I dress like this. You don't like me when I dress like a little nerd,
Mhm.
right?
I like the way
and
you
don't
dress
have a body
anyways.
like me. Okay?
Shit.
Don't just have a pretty face, okay? Because now you only like me when I skin out. But when we get together, it's a different story.
So if a man
double
doesn't,
standard.
if our
You gotta
man goes
realize
out,
some of these
and
niggas be insecure. That's all. Like,
okay,
This
so if our
exactly
man
what it
goes
is.
out, right, and he goes out and he have on, the gray sweats, okay,
Oh, yeah, I don't like
that
that.
we love,
Yeah, I
or the
don't like
hoochie
that.
daddy shorts.
Yeah, I don't like that.
How would you like? How
Yeah, I don't
are
like
we
that
gonna
at
tell
all.
him go back inside and
No.
change?
Yes.
Are
No,
we gonna
baby.
be proud of it?
Yes,
Like,
Do your
y'all.
thing.
Niggas
For
can't
me,
Niggas
do
can't
your
get your
thing.
ass back in the house and
See?
change.
See what I'm saying?
Nah,
I already knew
do
that
your
was
thing,
coming.
baby. I want you to be attractive. I want you to look attractive the same way I want to look attractive.
I'm glad you said that. So let me ask you. I'm gonna
So
ask both
before
of y'all.
Stoney decides
Hold
to
on.
keep going,
Nah.
this is what's gonna lead us into part 2. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Double Standards. We're
Nah.